Hello friends, this is Q again, and I would like to do something a little bit different today. I would like to show you how I set up my altar to do ritual work. It is an altar which is, as you can see, very rustic looking, which is what I like. It has been christened by the rains, by thunder and lightning, by snow, and by the sunlight. It is a very natural thing, and it has been here for quite some time and served me well in the process. I'm going to show you how I set up my altar, but I'm going to make it a point to show you that any altar that you set up for whatever purpose, in my case I do practical magic here, should be set up according to the ways that suit you personally best as an individual creature. And of course, I know the word magic is kind of what we might call a loaded word, because that word conjures in the minds of different people very different images and impressions. The way that I use it is as a key of power. You hear me talk a lot about the key of powers, the keys of power. And almost anything can be a key of power if it empowers you. It can be anything from a ritual to an empowering statement, an affirmation. It could even be an app that you put on your phone or your computer. If it empowers you to do what it is that you desire to do, then it is one of the keys of powers. So I'm going to set this up here. You'll be able to see it. Of course, I set it up differently for each function, and the symbols that you see mean something to me, which is the only thing that really matters. I know that there are many traditional witches that will tell you that, well, it has to be set up in just such a way. There has to be a white and a green candle, or a silver candle and a gold candle, or things have to be on the right-hand side or the left-hand side to correspond to feminine and masculine energies. And all of those things are good and well, but I can tell you that the works that I have done have been very significant, very powerful indeed, and I have done them by adhering to a system which fits me perfectly. So the first thing I often start out with is an altar cloth, which I made myself. And I'm going to switch to a different position so you should see my voice change in relation to my recording device. As you can see, it's based on a triangle formation. And I should warn you ahead of time that this will not be my usual 5-minute or under 5-minute video, but rather this may take a little bit longer, but I'll try to be brief. Okay, so I can tell you, if this altar cloth could talk, the tales that it could tell. What I do is I use it out here. It is well worn. As you can see, there are even spots in it where there are little bits of little holes that have been burned away because of flying embers. But I use 4 stones to be able to hold it in place. And on the left hand side, I'm going to put a cauldron that I often use. Anything will do. If it's a fireproof container, it will work. Now this piece here, which I actually bought at job lots years ago, and it works perfectly as a place to put a candle. Even if it is raining or snowing outside, it works very, very well. And as you can see, like everything that I like to use, it has a certain wear to it. It gets a certain patina. And I know when I bought this thing, it actually had this crack in it, which I liked because it was something that distinguished it from all of the other factory-made pieces. And the manager of the store actually gave me a discount to buy this one, which he felt was imperfect. So I can use that and put a candle in there, or even incense when it's raining, so that it doesn't go out. There's another candle I have here, which I'm just going to set up. That has a special purpose, and I acquired this from a very powerful magic worker, and it has a special use for me tonight. The most powerful influence that you can have is when you harmonize your methods with your own spirit, with your personality, with your belief system. Magic has been practiced in a multitude of ways through every country and culture since the beginning of recorded history and before that. Those who have practiced it successfully have been able to focus their energies, their thoughts, their powers, their emotions to accomplish a certain purpose. And the various traditions that have developed over the centuries, over the millennia, are all good and well. If they work well for you, then they work. You'll find on this YouTube channel not only videos about self-improvement, about dealing with daily challenges and issues, but also what I like to call magic, the ability to be able to create positive and practical results. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, enter them in the space below, and I would be happy to respond to them. Until next time, this is Q, wishing you health, wealth, and happiness.